Good morning, everybody. Of course, by the time I upload this, it'll be evening, and whenever you watch this, it can be any time of the day. But I am recording this here a little after 6:30 in the morning. It's my third day getting up early, and I've decided to actually make these early morning sessions part of my routine. For the next few months while I'm working on the self-publishing process, I'm deciding to start getting up early now and get this work done. The main reason simply is just it gives me more time to get this work done. Like, just I have more time getting up in the morning. And the main drawback to getting up early, which I experience with writing, which is why I don't do it, is simply like a lot of brain fog first thing. But I have found that with a lot of the work that I'm doing right now, it doesn't require the same type of like mental concentration that, say, writing prose does. That for me requires a ton of focus that I just can't do in the morning. This work here, you can have a little bit of brain fog. It's not nearly as like cognitively challenging. It's not easy work by any means, but it's not nearly as strenuous in that sense. And so my plan is to try to implement these 5 a.m. sessions for the summer. Definitely very, very tranquil. It was nice to kind of wake up this morning, hearing the birds outside my window here. My cat was sitting there in the windowsill. Something about getting up in the morning and getting this thing done first thing that I will say, if I could ever do this, like my mind ever really did fire on all cylinders first thing, we'd actually have potentially a real winning formula in my hands here, because I do think that if your mind's sharp and you can get the prose out, a morning session can be very, very fun. It can be very also very therapeutic as well, almost like journaling first thing. I know a lot of people tend to do that. I'm not one of those people, but I know journaling is very, very popular. It's the same thing, right? Like a morning meditation to get up and do this work. It's definitely a different vibe. And so today, that was what I was focused on, was just getting these initial work done here. As you can see, I was working on my press kit. Very, very fun, very creative. It's a infographic that I'm designing, and you've obviously seen the thumbnails that I create for these videos here. I like to be a little bit creative when it comes to like the graphic design aspect of things. So this was what I was working on, was just basically coming up with kind of a graphic design giant page for my information, just again for basically my press kit. Looking ahead, I want to say it'll probably take me the rest of the week to get this and potentially get my pitch done. The main reason for that is these things are going to be done in stages, in drafts. Much like everything else on this list, I don't have all the information. I don't have everything I need yet. For example, for my infographic here for this press kit, you need a book cover, right? It's good to have a book cover on there. I simply don't have that yet. As far as like an author headshot, I haven't really done that yet as well. I do have some, like I tend to use for this for some of my thumbnails. Maybe I'll use that, but I might do a different one. I don't know yet. But I certainly don't have that yet. Either way, again, just something else. And so, since you're kind of operating without all the pieces, you kind of have to do as much as you can and then just kind of fill things in as you go. And so everything on this list is going to be done probably in stages. For the same reason that I was working my blurbs these past couple days and I haven't put a check mark next to it yet, it's because it's not done. These things are a very, very stage by stage process. And so this is going to be just the first pass. First pass, first design on the kit, first pass probably on the pitch as well. And then a month or two from now, maybe when I have everything, I'll come back to it and we'll make more adjustments as we go. That's going to be a lot of, I think, of the challenge for this whole thing is going to be just getting things done in stages and being okay with that. Like being able to just do things in a certain flow, in a certain almost chaos, where all right, you jump from this thing to this thing to this thing, but never really completing it. So you're never really done until you've kind of, until you've done so many passes here, and not getting lost in those weeds, not getting caught up in any kind of confusion about, all right, where am I at and where things are going. I'm generally pretty organized, but this is going to be a big challenge here. I'd hate to get to the end of this thing. I hate to get to like August and not have any check marks on this info, on this overlay that I have here for you all, to go through this thing and just see all the green text that appears just each week on different ones, but never getting those check marks, never getting those completion aspects to it. That would be very detrimental. So we gotta kind of balance things out where we're going through and we're doing things in those stages and getting as much done as we can, and being able to come back and finish those up when the time comes and not getting lost in this process. We'll see. At the end of the day, this is very small stuff. That's maybe the last thing I'll leave off on is it's a very small aspect of it. Writing the book is the hard part. Writing the prose is the difficult part. Getting the story edited and perfect on that side of things, that's the hard part. All of this is, in comparison, quite easy. It's not easy in a general sense. It requires work, but the importance is on the book. At the end of the day, everything will be on the book. It will not matter how this press kit looks, as far as how fancy or how professional it is. Same thing with the pitch. Same thing with the blurb. All of that. It won't matter what my book cover looks like. That's, at the end of the day, people are going to care about what the book is, how entertaining it is. That's what's going to matter, the product. And so the hard work's really been done for the most part. This is just the stuff that goes along with it. And keeping that mentality, I think, is taking a lot of the pressure off this, and a lot of that kind of worry that can seep in as you go down this path. Just hoping that I can stay on it without getting maddeningly lost. And so, with that, I'll sign off here. I will see you all tomorrow, and thank you so much for watching this.